They're so sad that she's leaving.
Goodbye.
At least that's what Titus thinks. There's a really dark subtext to this. That they all know what she's going to do. Which I will not spoil at this time. But just remembering the crying babes later in the game. Titus, once again, being something of a jerk. Also, how flexible is that guy down there that he managed to maintain his balance through all of that? Like this random guy on a boat with a pair of binoculars. Just you put him in a blitzball game, seriously. Titus, his eye is going to the one thing on the ship that he cares about. Kamari. That's clearly what I meant. And there is, like, sort of a leftover aspect from the previous Final Fantasy games, where they would have something of an affection meter that you could affect different characters and how they would interact with your main character, some of the responses and stuff, and trigger cutscenes. I think, there's famously Final Fantasy VII has the date scene, which technically you could get Barrett to go on a date with Cloud. If you really tried. That might have required a cheat engine, but it was coded into the game either way. This game has that, but it's a little awkward. Yuna's not technically part of it. But, okay, technically she is. It's just, it only affects her in one instance. The only people it really affects are Lulu and Riku.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
And that sums up Lulu's entire character.
Come to think of it, I haven't told you where we're going.
I'll finish that statement
First
in a
to
moment.
Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that, though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding. We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory, too, so you come along, yeah?
Great plan.
Hey, it is a great plan.
Well, I mean, it is.
Don't look at me.
I don't know what her problem is.
We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory.
I done here?
If you interfere with Yuna's pilgrimage, we won't take it lightly.
That sounds like a very, very thinly veiled threat. She meant every word of it. So what I mean by it affects Riku and Lulu is there's a scene later in the game that you can affect by them. There's actually 2, possibly 3. You want the binoculars? Yeah, please? Away! This is the smartest PC in any video game ever. That's the way down into the ship. Is there any reason to go down here this early?
Ooh, them's fascinating clothes.
No, there's no reason to come down here whatsoever.
Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell. Or me name's not a waka.
What is your damage, dude? You and your really silly bowl cut.
Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
Get him, Titus.
A waka the 23rd. Merchant
The rampant
extraordinaire.
capitalist
A
the
walk in
game.
the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
And like all good capitalists, he needs a very small loan of 1 million zenny to get his business off the ground.
But
So that he can say he
someday,
did it all
the
by
name
himself.
Waka will be spoken all over Spira. Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gill to lend?
No.
It figures.
Bye-bye. Is this a cutscene, or am I controlling this? Okay, there we go. There
What
they
the heck
be.
is that?
The mascot.
What the heck is what?
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door.
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobos?
What?
I refuse
You've
to
never
believe
seen a
Xanarkand
chocobo?
had no chocobos in
What
it.
kind of backwater island did you come from, anyway?
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily routine on this trip.
That's an easy cutscene to miss, by the way. Oh, that's so quiet. I don't think you can hear it. I don't really want to turn up the audio and mess with it, though.
La 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 la.
I like that. Basically, she whistles while she works. Funny. Alright. Need a save sphere. Save! Hi?
I'm not at liberty to talk about our plan.
I didn't ask you about it.
Restricted area. Our operation depends on this cargo.
Okay. Well, I know when I'm not wanted. Bada is seasick. The reoccurring theme with him. We have a remedy. We could give it to him, or we could just keep it. Mine over here get sick too if I keep watching him. That's me there. Like I'm fine until I like hear it. Potion. 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 Potion? Okay, well we've stolen enough potions. I want to say there is a way. Yeah, I think if you sell all your potions here, you can just go back and get 20 more. I think 20 is the cap. I did not mean to go back in that door. You effectively have unlimited potions and unlimited zenny at this point in the game. Of course, it would take several hundred hours to get any appreciable amount of zenny. I'm gonna call it zenny. I've been playing Mega Man. I'm sorry. I don't care about you, Kimari.
Word is that summoner's got noble blood. I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter. You don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter?
The incidental voices in this game are so camp. I love it. They're just way overacted. Oh, hi. Tell me about Braska.
So, is Yuna's father famous?
I did not mean to skip that.
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated
He has
Sin
an
10
entire
years ago.
state of the United States named after him.
Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
That's how important Braska was.
It's tough.
The state of
Your
Nebraska,
father's
if you were
famous.
wondering. Look it up. True story. Peppy never
Luck
lies.
is a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Huh?
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
Y'all mean picking on Waka. Lulu goes back to the back. I don't think she has anything else to say.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
Except that.
Oh yeah, you talked to Yuna yet? She had some questions for you.
Oh, now you're actively encouraging me to talk to her? All of you losers don't mean anything. Oh, probably should have done my combat equipping because no, nothing bad happened. Don't worry about it at all. Wow, that bow needs a job.
The wind. It's nice.
The wind that is somehow affecting Yuna's PS2 hair, but not Titus's. Did young people do this? I was never young, so you'll have to. Did young people just stand next to each other and giggle like this? I've seen it in a couple of different mediums.
You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkin, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkin, there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Dun dun dun!
Jacked.
So you've had Riku, who was somewhat understanding,
My
but
father.
definitely didn't believe.
His name
You've
is
had Waka,
Jacked.
who kind of teased him about it and definitely didn't
Amazing.
believe him. And here you have Yuna, claiming to believe everything he says.
You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
God, that sounds awkward when she does that. But yeah, Yuna is...
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Or Titus. I mean, he's had his entire
Why not?
world ripped away from him. He's had everybody question him left, right, and center. Now this random
man.
airhead.
He
Sorry,
died
Yuna.
10
Is
years ago.
like almost
off the
trying to
coast of
validate
Xanarkin.
him. Like he had just come to terms with possibly having been insane, and
I'm
now
sorry.
suddenly there's this.
He went out to sea for training one day and never came back.
Talking of a very emotional scene of Jecht disappearing,
And no one's seen him since then.
and Titus sounding quite smug about it.
Why, that's the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But
Oh God, wait.
It's true, I
Here it is.
first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left.
Oh, her voice acting.
The date fits, doesn't it?
And again, I don't remember her name. Yuna's voice actor is
yeah, but
trying
how
to
would he get
emulate the inflection and sound
were
of
here?
her Japanese voice
Are you
actor.
not?
And I think that's a very bad idea. Just bluntly. Look, you have an American accent, you have an American inflection, speaking English dialogue. You can take some cues from the original language, but for the most part, that's not going to translate well. But this was 2000. Anime hadn't quite taken off yet. So the Japanese thing wasn't really that big yet. That's a big wave. And then you have Kimari here. Whee! There he goes. He could have done that at any point in time. He chose specifically to sit back and let Titus hold him. That's nice of him, isn't it? See, I believe that.
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it.
Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner. Wait! Oh boy.
And away they go. Nope. Switch has been sitting idle for 5 whole minutes here. Long cutscene. Is there a way to turn off the switches idle like that? So Sin is basically a giant evil version of the Windfish. Like, literally, a giant evil version of the Windfish in more ways than you can think of right now. Titus's hair, oddly silver. We've seen these things before. But now we have an entire party to deal with them. Alright, here we go. If I really wanted to do this efficiently, I would have grinded out Valifor's overdrive before this battle. Bye-bye. And in so doing, he spits out more and triggers a bit of dialogue. I hope.
This place is crawling.
The Finn, that's where they're coming from.
You can lose this battle. Sin will get annoyed with you eventually if you take too long. If you leave one enemy out, Sin doesn't respawn extra. That's the idea anyway. You're gonna take some damage. Otherwise, he would just summon 4 more, and what good is that? Bonk. Alright, here we go. Valifor time. The new short animation, where he's just here, lands. You don't have to go through the whole sonic boom thing. But I do have energy ray. You know what? I forget which one of these is which. Oh no! Hang on 1 second. Energy blast. So it is the top one. Here we go, something different. It is quite a bit more powerful than the first one. Oh yeah. There we go, we got an overkill on the boss. Thank you, Valifor. Bloosh. Oh yeah, that's all one creature. I mean, we've barely seen anything of Sin. That's how big he is. How is that water wheel turning if the boat is standing still? That's another mistake with the voice acting. With Titus's name being whatever you want it to be. Oh, come on. They couldn't say his name in cutscenes. Which really limited them to Waka just sort of grunting. Like, what was that? They couldn't have just said, like, where is he? Oh no, did he fall over? You know, actual incidental dialogue. And I think this is actually really cool. You get a cutscene of him using an item. Like, that's not just a game mechanic. That's in the lore of the world. So apparently, Phoenix Down also doesn't exist in this world. Just, that's a heads up. Hey, there are the Aurochs. I think that's what that's supposed to be, anyway. Trick here is to keep the boss afflicted with dark. So that he misses. You technically don't have to deal with these guys at all, but if you don't, you're gonna get hit a lot and take a lot of damage. So if you keep him afflicted with darkness, that is the only attack that hits you. So as long as you stay above 150 HP, you should never have to worry about dying. Boop, boop, boop. That's it. I'm out of oh, okay, Waka is actually going to use a potion on Titus here. Titus has an overdrive. I would like to use that this turn. Schmack. So I am taking a huge risk right here, betting that I was close to finishing the battle. And then he explodes into fireworks underwater. Everybody got quite a few skill levels there. So after this, when I get off the boat, probably gonna save. Throw up a BRB and level everybody up. Oh, look at the little kids. They're just having fun. Oh, the lady with her baby. It's so adorable. And oh my god, that's a big tsunami. Well, sucks to be y'all. That's what water does. It's never really explained what kind of power he has. He uses gravity attacks, you know. So some of this spiraling wind above him, causing all these things to float around him, is a little bit of magic. Some of it's also just he is so massive that he actively affects air current. It wouldn't surprise me if like he's just creating a tornado above him every time he surfaces. It had nothing to do with magic or anything. It just happens.